Hey everyone, welcome back to Sengoku Basara 4 Sumeragi. Today we're going to play through story mode with Saika Magoichi. Let's have a quick look at her in free play before we get started. So she's got a pretty rocking musical theme here. So Magoichi is the leader of the Saika faction, a group of mercenaries that was well known for their use of firearms, and they opposed Oda Nobunaga's rule. In the Basara series, they forge contracts with whoever they deem strong enough, and they defend their honor by never breaking that contract no matter what. So in Basara 3, they could join either the Eastern Army with Ieyasu's forces or the Western Army with Mitsunari's forces, depending on which route you take. They're more often associated with Ieyasu's route. She's also friends with Morochika, and she becomes friends with Tsuruhime, and Keiji seems to develop a crush on her. So the historical Magoichi Saika is actually male, and it's actually more of a title than it is an actual name. So it belonged to at least 3 different people who led the Saika faction. So in the Basara universe, I guess they reimagined her as female to kind of get the idea that, well, conceivably a female could have taken up the title at one point in time. So in the story, it's revealed that her original name was Sayaka, and that her previous Magoichi Saika, her mentor, was killed by Oda Nobunaga. So it's also implied that, maybe her mentor could have also been her lover or something at some point. So some people sometimes draw fan art of her with the Magoichi Saika from Samurai Warriors, because in Samurai Warriors, Magoichi is male, and so people kind of thought that since her previous mentor in this game doesn't have an actual appearance, they use him as the appearance of that one, so as if to say that they used to be lovers or that they used to be friends. So I think that's kind of sweet as a little crossover kind of thing, but yeah, if you're wondering why Magoichi's female in this game, I guess it's also just to balance the roster. She kind of takes over Nohime as the gun user of the series, because Nohime was Nobunaga's wife, and she was the gun user of the game in Basara 1 and 2, and then in Basara 3 she's dead because of Oichi and Mitsuhide, so I guess they needed a new gun user, and Magoichi seemed to fit the bill. She's pretty fun to play. Let's have a little look at her first. So I did spend some time also playing today and unlocking all the character costumes that I was missing with the in-game currency, as well as unlocking all the personal inscriptions and other bonus items, so hopefully we'll have some cool things to showcase later on. This is her second outfit, kind of more like a Western gunslinger of sorts. This is her third outfit. And this is her Resident Evil collab outfit from Jill Valentine. Now right now I have her partnered with Tsuruhime. I wasn't really sure who to partner her with. I was thinking either Keiji or Tsuruhime. I might switch between the two of them during the story mode. So Tsuruhime is a resident archer of the series. Well, she was in Basara 3. So Ranmaru was the archer in Basara 1 and 2. He was Nobunaga's retainer. He also died alongside Nohime, so when it came to the third game, they put in Tsuruhime as kind of his replacement. She's a shrine priestess, and she has the ability to kind of see the future. She's a bit naive about the world as well, so she's very easy to manipulate. So she has a bit of a rivalry with Morochika. Here's her Tales of Zestiria collab, Edna's outfit. She has a bit of a rivalry with Morochika because they're both seafaring samurai warriors, I guess, if you want to put it that way. So he's a pirate and she's kind of more she's more noble in her pursuits. She also doesn't get along with Motonari because Motonari in this game kind of manipulates and tricks her. Let's have a look at some of Magoichi's weapons, or rather specifically her joke weapon. So she gets a trumpet I love how they even went through the trouble of changing all the all the guns on her thigh holster there with trumpets. So I mentioned this before, but Magoichi is a real badass. Whenever her guns run out of bullets, instead of reloading them, she just throws them away and then pulls out another one. She also, it seems to be in the habit of throwing them up in the air and then catching them and then shooting them. Tsuruhime uses a bow, an arrow. This is her joke weapon. Kind of a bird's nest twig thing, a little ducky. She's pretty fun to play too. I don't usually play archer characters, but Tsuruhime feels very fluid to play as. I'm also going to show off Keiji briefly, because I'll probably switch to him partway through the story, because it makes sense for Magoichi if I can find him. There he is. So Keiji Maeda is he was kind of one of the poster boys for Basara 2. He's kind of a wandering vagrant, he's very carefree. He's the nephew of Toshiie and Matsu. So those three are kind of one of the exceptions in the Basara games for having like family characters together, since they usually don't put too many people from the same family, but their family ties are kind of what makes their story mode. He joins Kenshin's army in Basara 3, and he's also old friends with Hideyoshi. In this game, it's also mentioned that he becomes friends with Yoshiteru Ashikaga as well. So here's his regular outfit. He also has a pet monkey, which you'll see later on. Second outfit. Third outfit. This is a Resident Evil collab outfit, Chris Redfield. Let's have a look at his weapons. So his joke weapon is a kind of calligraphy brush. It's pretty big actually. Switch back to Tsuruhime for now. I'm not sure if I'll do a playthrough with Tsuruhime. She's pretty fun to play, so I might, but I'm not sure right now. Okay, let's go into story mode. So my Magoichi and my Tsuruhime are fairly decently leveled, and they're also fairly strong characters, so I think I'll stick to the slightly above normal difficulty right now, and we'll see how that goes. She's pretty strong, so I think I should be okay.
Mina行くぞ。乱世をかける。ヤタガラスとなれ。世は戦国。まさに我ら彩花の時代が巡り来た。破格の報酬を払い、我らとの契約を望む者は多い。だが、我らは雇い主を報酬の値で決めはしない。我らの火力は今やそのように軽々しいものではない。まずは見定めよう。彼らの生き様が契約に値するかどうか。
Okay. So for the first few battles, let's turn off the roulette. We'll see how it goes, and then maybe I'll turn it back on later. So Magoichi is a real badass, and I think the Basara games are actually pretty good for their female characters. there's not too many female characters in the roster, but the few that they do have I think are real standouts. Like, I don't usually gravitate towards a lot of female characters because I find they're not written very well, but like the Basara ones are really good. Like Magoichi, she's a real badass and she really sticks to her values no matter what. And it's not just like the fact that she can kick ass, but she's a pretty cool character too. Tsuruhime, even though she's kind of a more stereotypical, like naive little girl kind of thing, she has a lot of good redeeming qualities too. And Matsu is another one of my favorite characters. She is more of a housewife, and she likes to cook, but despite that, she is really strong and really fun to use as well, and very caring and motherly despite that. And then even Kasuga, she's the ninja who's a little sexy, not usually the type of character design that I gravitate towards, but like her devotion to Kenshin and her gameplay are all really, really good. So I think Basara does a really good job with their female characters. Oh, and of course Oichi and Maria. I really like both of them too, but we already went through their episodes, so we can fight Hideaki, Soren, Shimazu, Maria. Oh, I can fight Yoshiteru right off the bat. And then this is a duel between Toshiie and Katsui. Well, we haven't done this stage with Hashikage yet, so maybe we'll do this one. So usually stages with him have a lot of other boss characters in them because they're kind of meant to be like final stages, but of course, since we're doing the story mode, the stages are semi-randomized at the beginning, so let's try something new. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully I'm not in over my head. There's her Saika faction soldiers behind her, marching.
Yukuzo.
足利様、来訪の者がお目通りを
Oh, this is just a duel with him.
拝謁の機会を与えても良いものと見受けられます。
Well then, okay, I guess this. Hopefully this is still interesting. I'm gonna show off a few of Magoichi's moves while we're at it. So she is really fun because she switches between three different types of firearms. So her default one is the Magnum. So this is just the regular firearm. Medium in terms of strength and speed. I have a special inscription equipped that makes it so instead of firing bullets, she fires like rockets. So if you're wondering why these are not like bullets, that's just because I have something equipped. So you can hold the button to charge up her next shot, and if she has rockets, she'll shoot out multiple rockets instead. So you can see that when she charges it up and runs out of bullets, she tosses it behind her and just quickly pulls out another one. Pretty cool. So to switch to her Magnum, you use this move. So just a quick rapid fire. Then she tosses her guns away. She also has a shotgun. And so the shotgun is a little bit slower once you have it equipped, but it does do pretty good AoE. I prefer this one for clearing crowds. So if I do the Magnum move, I switch back. Then I can also switch to machine gun. I think it's this one. It's pretty cool. So when you switch to it, she'll knock enemies in the air, juggle them. She does this cool spinny thing. Now the thing about the machine gun, and the reason why I don't like using it, is because when you start firing, like it's nice and rapid fire, but she kind of stays cemented to the ground in one spot until you get back up, so she crouches. And so your mobility is a little bit hampered when you use a machine gun. I also have this move. depending on which weapon she has out, she'll do a different type of grenade toss, I guess. And then I'll switch to her next weapon. Then she has a regular grenade move, just tosses them. Yeah, I can also charge up the shotgun. I don't think I could charge up. No, I can't charge up the machine gun. And here's her guard. And then for her R2 moves, so her first one is a rocket launcher, I believe. Pretty cool. I like how she stomps on the ground to pull it out of the earth. It's pretty smooth animation there. Then she has this move. It's like a landmine. So you kind of control where it goes and then let go. And then this move's pretty handy. It's the covering fire. So she fires a signal flare, and then now you see everywhere I go there are these shots that are fired in a cross formation. If I press the button again, she can actually change the direction that they go in. And then when it ends, a big explosion happens at the end there. Okay, let's go fight Yoshiteru. Hey guys, how's it going?
Yoga nozomu wa hitoito ga kagirou atsuki jidai. Subete no mono ga sansan to kagayaku.
I love that animation for him spinning. His hand is just kind of there.
Sa tomo yo. Ima koso sousei no toki.
Ow! That's not fair.
Kamikusa no aisatsu wa kou de aru.
So she's great at... Magoichi's good at using... Oh gosh, this... Ow! Magoichi's good at range. But she's not super great at... like close combat. They all use the shotguns. The shotgun will knock him back. Just cheese him with this for a little bit. I like how she fires her guns at close range for these duels. Oh, he's so hard. Come on! Help me, Tsuruhime. I didn't think he'd be this hard on this difficulty. Ow, 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 ow. I'm trying to recover. He's like half health. Ow, ow, ow. I love her Basara move actually. Let's have a look. So she throws all these guns in the air and then she catches them as they fall. Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, she also has this move I forgot to show off. if you do a heavy attack in midair, she just kind of drops her rocket launcher thing and then stomps it into the ground.
Now, ここで我らを雇いたいと? 無理だな。次の戦場が我らを呼んでいる。
This is a really good music track. I like this one. Basara has such good music. As if I don't gush about these games enough already.
Torio, 聞かせてほしい。我らとの契約に値するのは力の強き者でしょうか。
いや、違うな。強き者は我らを道具としてのみ利用する。いずれは我らの力を疎み、そして恐れ、最後には排除しようとするだろう。
なるほど、確かに。しかし棟梁ならば
問答は後だ。次の戦が我らを呼んでいる。
Okay, hopefully we get an actual stage where I can show off her moves instead of just a boss fight like that.
いちいち叫ぶな、やかましい。
さあ、天下三兵衛の揃い踏みだ。楽しく行こうか。
越前にて近頃は獣腹が減ってはい。
So Hideaki's still there. Katsui and Toshiie are still at it. Those three, and the animals, Mitsunari. Well, so one thing I realized about this stage after we played it last time was, like, we're fighting on this stage against Hanbei, Kanbei, and Matabe, and that's why they call the stage Sanbei. San means three, because they all end in Bei, so Sanbei. That's pretty funny. Let's do Hideaki's stage. I want to do something a little easier.
行くぞ。
I also forgot I haven't shown off her taunt yet.
どうした？かかってこい。
Pretty cool.
どうした？かかってこい。
Okay. Let's do some actual gameplay.
君、もしかして僕の鍋を狙ってるんだね。嫌だ。鍋は誰にも渡さないよ。
Okay, Hideaki, you're gonna get it for causing me so much trouble in the last episode. Poor guy. If I just use the shotgun, I get some pretty good crowd control. Ow. Although the animations aren't super exciting when you're just spamming the same gun attack over and over again. Unfortunately, she doesn't have like a cool neutral combo string.
棟梁、弾切れの銃は捨ててくれ。補給は我らが受け持つ。
了解した。
Oh, I still hit some people.
また野菜か。これはもてなしか。
There we go.
攻撃でござるか。
蹴らないでよ。食べ物を粗末にすると罰だよ。
Ah,
我らが50人がかりで挑んでも。
it's too busy watching out for the falling vegetables. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'll just annihilate you guys here. Ow! Okay, this is what I want to do. Signal flare. Okay, let's go find him.
走ったらお腹すいた。ちょっとつまみ食いと。
部下のつまみ食いは許さない。はしたないですね、キングさん。
つまみくん、3年に一度の霜降りなのに返してよ。焦っちゃダメだ。僕はお腹が減ってるだけなんだ。
見ておられますか、先代。3代目サイカマゴイチ。天海様の下すご指示がいちいち的確すぎても
あんた俺たち増票の誇りだったよ。
あなたの最後の顔しかと見届けましたよ。
鍋将軍の許可なしに勝手に肉を入れないでよ。
一だ人だちその全てに生き様は宿る。
違う。魚の鍋入りはもっと
Take care of these guys.
我らの誇
Maybe
り
grab some Basara for
何人たりとも
Tsuruhime.
傷することあたわず。
ちょっと僕弱いんだからちゃんと守ってよ。
承知いたしました。
There he is. I'm gonna sit on him.
つまむかつままれるかドキドキが醍醐味だね。
ひるむな。奴が倒れようともまだそれがしがおる。
See how smoothly she shoots her arrows? She's so quick about it. A lot of games, you know, you have to spend some time reloading your arrows or whatnot.
誰からもぶたれないんだね。
I'll show off Tsuruhime on the next stage. Hopefully it's a good one. Oh, there he is. I hear him.
つまんだ数だけ強くなれるかな。
これはすでにつまみ
Where
食
do
い
you
の
guys
域
come
を
from?
超えてる。
誰もいない。つまみ食いだけの美味しさってあるよね。そんなことより食材運ぶの手伝ってよ。
へへい。
みんな引き金を引け。高らかに声を響かせろ。
食べ過ぎるとつまみ食いじゃないの？
キンゴさんの通った後はペンペングサもなんとやらですよ。
僕はこれに命を懸けてるんだ。
皆さん勇気ある彼のために念仏を。
三代目残弾は
I don't hear him here.
聞くまでもないか。
国を守るためならこの
Oh,
よ
there
う
he
な
is.
命惜しくはない。
Yeah, you run away.
あなたを愛したい。あなたを慈しみたい。さあその心をさらけ出し私と共に微笑み合いましょう。
鍋の用意ができたよ。味付けは間違えないでよね。
私も鍋の具材でも狩るとしましょうか。寄せ鍋とは好きな臓物を入れてこそ初めてそう呼べるのですよ。
お前は生き様を偽ってる。違うか。
I forgot if you switch to shotgun and then you immediately spam regular attack, she does this. See, there's so many hidden moves in these games that aren't like officially listed on their move lists. So it's kind of fun to and satisfying to figure them out, especially if you don't actually speak the language. But I mean, even Basara 3, the English version, there were so many hidden things in the moves list that weren't listed that people had to kind of figure out themselves. I'll talk about that later with Keiji. There's actually a pretty cool little detail with his moveset that people didn't really Or at least it wasn't apparent to me until I saw someone do it on YouTube.
盾など無意味だ。それを証明してやろう。
Take care of these guys first, and then we'll go
改善すべきところは多い。
あらゆる
chase after Hideaki.
それが我らの強みだ。
There you go.
Mm, そうだね。今日の鍋気分はよし、あれでいくよ。風が吹けば味噌屋が儲かる。温まりたい気分。
女房と水古きに限る。
渓流のように透き通った醤油でしょ。魚だって住めるよ。
俺今日鍋当番だよ。変わってくんない？
君たちちゃんとご飯食べてきた？君たちの味付けが美味しいわけないよね。やっぱりがっかりだよ。
素材と母ちゃんは流すなよ。
お前は道を行くものか。
Just shotgun everything up in here.
これだけ味噌があればあらゆるお味噌汁が作れるよ。この野郎はその鍋に隠れたぞ。こっちこうだいぜ。
A hidden room down here.
三代目孫一、その名にささかも恥じぬ。
ちょっとわざとまずくしてるけど。
あんたのお袋じゃねえんだから好みの味なんて知るかよ。
もう鍋曜日が台無しだよ。
そっちこそこの味わからねえなんて素人が。
お前の
やっほっと。
I did a lot of farming today in Basara, so I'm no longer capped on a lot of these things like fortune hammers, and I'm running short on all the weapon crafting things because I improved a lot of the characters I don't use very much.
この塩だけでご飯も野菜もいくらでも。
Where are you, Hideaki? There you are.
奥には天海様という強い味方が。あれってごめんなさい。
土産の食い物はあるんだろ。
紅に染まれ大化園長。
ガシッと一緒に頑張りましょう。
早いとこ出してくんな。
So Magoichi's symbol is the Yatagarasu, the three-legged crow.
褒められたの？天海様にも褒められたの？
Shoot him up right here. Sorry, Hideaki. I forgive you now for being so difficult last episode for gameplay. Eat some rice balls.
今ここで我らを雇いたいと？無理だな。次の戦場が我らを呼んでいる。
棟梁、どうか答えてほしい。我らと契約すべきが強き者でないならば。
それは弱き者、つまり弱者を守るということでしょうか。
いや、それも違うな。力のみを頼む弱き者は最も危険だ。我らの力に酔い、さらなる弱きを虐げるだろう。そのようなものに加担しても、我らが得るものはおめえ以外何もない。
なるほど、理解しました。では我らが契約すべきは何者か。
そうだな。それが分かれば苦労はしない。
Let's have a look at our next stage choices.
この辺り
テロ少女を
変えることなど叶わぬ。
この手で掴んで変えた。
私の
俺の
運命。
徳川軍が
行くぞ、我が左腕。
はっ、
右腕よ。
地下に誰かがいるみたい。
Okay. So this one's pretty cool. It's a duel between the 3 ninja characters, but it's not an actual stage, so maybe we'll revisit that sometime because there's a cool cutscene during that one. So this is kind of back from the time where Ieyasu and Mitsunari were working together under Hideyoshi, so that was before Ieyasu betrayed and killed Hideyoshi. We haven't seen this one before yet, so let's pick this one. It's a stage where we fight both Sakon and Katsui. It's also got some pretty good music.
行くぞ。
ここはもらってくぜ。三成様から急げってお達しでね。
私は命を受けた。信長様よりこの地を守れと。
左近よ、先走るは握手ぞ。聞いておらんな。三成様直々の命がよほどに嬉しかったと見える。
勝家め、小生意気にも調子づきよって。
私の指揮などつけ焼き場、好きに評すればいい。
Let's show off Tsuruhime a little bit.
両軍ともまず大将が未熟。
So here's her regular
一
attack.
息に攻め立てれば必ずや浮き足立ちましょうぞ。
かれ柴田の指示を待つな。おのおの地下通路を敵陣用いて応戦するのだ。
Oh, here they come.
俺の博打相手はやらせねえ。
So I like the way that she spins around to reload her arrows because it kind of makes it seem more seamless. And then if I run, I can run around shooting arrows. And you can use this move to kind of pinpoint single arrows. So I read somewhere that Tsuruhime is sometimes compared to Joan of Arc. She was also quite young, like 18 when she died.
相も変わらずボンクラ扱いされてんのな。ちった言い返したりとか殴ったりとかしねえの？
そんなことお前に気にかけられる言われなどない。
So also, if you use some of her moves, timing is very precise if you want to do the most damage. So sometimes her arrows will light up, and if you release it right when they light up, she does extra damage. This is a kind of cool close range move. And then, I don't know what this is, like she rides a bubble, I guess? I like this one. This one's kind of cool. I think that one, if you hold it down like that, yeah. So notice how she didn't get knocked back, but if I release it the wrong time, she gets knocked down. Some aerial attacks. Heavy aerial attack. She just kind of falls. She also has this one. She shoots a bunch of arrows. She also has multiple taunts, I believe. I think she has one where she sticks her tongue out. Come on, Tsuruhime. I think that's the one, yeah. And then for our two moves, so our first one, she kind of creates a barrier around herself with these arrows, and they take damage for her, so they deplete if she gets hit, but you can also use them to charge up your moves, which is kind of neat. And I think I have a special inscription equipped that lets these arrows last a bit longer than usual. She also has this move. She shoots like a love arrow, and if you hit anyone with it, they become enchanted and fall in love with her. And then what they do is they get some heart eyes and they cheer her on, and that fills up her Basara meter as they cheer her. Then her last R3 move is this one. But you can trap enemies inside the bubbles here. Let's give her a try. Oh, where'd you guys come from? There you go.
決して私には得られぬものだ。
者ども、どれだけ押し込まれようと違反は許さんぞ。
Look, I have a bunch of fans now. Just kind of cheer me on. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. The stage has a horse too, so she can shoot arrows from the back of her horse. Ah, horse runs too fast. Took back their base. Well, let's go show them who's boss.
今日は覚悟決めてきたってんだ。
Another interesting thing I read about Tsuruhime is that the time period in which she lived in actually doesn't match up with a lot of these characters. Her era was kind of before Ieyasu's, which doesn't make sense in the terms of Basara, because in Basara she joins Ieyasu for the Battle of Sekigahara. So she actually dies the year that I think Ieyasu's born. Of course, you know, creative liberties, right? Well, speaking of creative liberties, some people were saying, or I was reading that this female Magoichi, part of her lore is kind of based on another historical character named Kim Chung-sung, who was male, but was also named Sayaka at birth, and documents of this person was Korean, but they did spend some time in Japan. Although their time in Japan wasn't documented very well, some people say they did join the Saika faction, so part of their mythology is incorporated into Magoichi's, and that's why her original name was Sayaka. It's kind of neat. They're taking back their base again.
しかしなぜあの男といいお前といい私に申し訳がなんだすでに許可はいただいている英語に仕え続ける許可をシーロの雲よ火を隠せこの心に刺す明るみよ一つ残らず
His head is just so long in his in-game model. Okay, so Mitsunari is trying to take back the bases for Sakon. Actually, let's do our Basara attack. She kind of ice skates and shoots her arrows, which is super cool. Tsuruhime is another character that I didn't really think too much of on release in Basara 3. Same with Magoichi actually, it wasn't until I played their stories and tried their gameplay that I really ended up liking them, which is a common thing for Basara. Like, I didn't expect to fall in love with the whole cast, but they're all just really well written and really well animated, and their gameplay is really good. So it made me fall in love with a lot of characters that I didn't think I would. Especially if their designs didn't captivate me initially. Okay, how many times do I teach you this lesson, old man? Okay, one more base to go. Who's slowing me down? I just know the way she's sitting on the horse isn't very orthodox either. She's like kneeling on it. I do like how they give everyone a little bit of personality in the way they ride their horses, though, even if it's a little awkward. But I mean, it's Basara, right? Wait till I show you Kotaro. He just stands on top of the horse. Well, I guess we already saw Shingen, who stands on top of 2 horses. And Hideaki, who just drags behind it.
何も見えてねえってんならカモン竜王の天下ってやつを見せてやるぜ
Come to think of it, we haven't encountered Masamune much yet, even though he's the poster boy of the series. I'm surprised we haven't run into him.
ま、ただの通りすがりだだが随分とピンチじゃねえか時間稼ぎをしてやる
I forgot this move.
熱に浮かされたか。
手厳しいな三代目だが俺は正気で本気だ
There's just so many moves in this game, even though it's fairly modest in terms of moveset. Like, it's just enough to be complicated, but it's just small enough to be manageable, yet I still always forget 1 or 2 moves when I show off a character to you guys, and then remember it partway through. Come on. Yeah. Right in the kisser.
Okay.
火薬庫を空にまでする必要がありそうだな。
The funny thing too is if you get into a clash or a duel with Tsuruhime with someone else, like she uses her bow and basically whacks at them like a baseball bat, and then if you win the duel, she does that taunt where she like bends over and kind of sticks out her tongue. And I read that if you finish off the stage boss with the duel like that, the way the camera zooms in, it goes right up her skirt. I'm gonna be cheap and use a double Basara here. Or they call it Giga Basara, I guess, in the Japanese version, but I just call it double. Ow.
なぜ許されるなぜできる
サイカへ来るそれがお前の意志ならば歓迎しよう
今よ先よ行かないでくれ私はお前たちが欲しかったんだ綺麗にスカンピンだ何もかもすっちまったよ
今ここで我らを雇いたいと無理だな次の戦場が我らを呼んでいる
我らが求めるは強きではなく
さりとて弱きでもない。
つまり力の有無強弱ではないということか。
そうだ。我らが求めるべきは我らの生き様と根底を同じくする者たち。言うなれば我らと生を共にすることができる者だ。
我らサイカと共に生きる者。
そうだ。探そう。我らの明日とも呼ぶべき存在を。
おかしな仕方。
待ってくださいっす、おやっさ
オートマザビーランド女児童
お尋ね者確認。
Alright. So I'm gonna do Magoichi's drama route, or the blue route. So we'll pick this stage. Maybe I'll switch Tsuruhime for Keiji, so I can show off Keiji. Although I don't really play as him very much, so it probably won't be for the whole stage.
Toyo, 偵察の者が戻りました。
やはり待ち伏せされています。相手は織田の伏兵かと。
我らの動きが掴まれていたと。
御敵魔王織田信長、またしても我らの道を阻むか。
しかしよほど我らを警戒していると見える。いや恐れているのか。
どちらでも構わない。我らは弾幕にて問いただすのみ。運のない間の抜けたカラスになる。行くぞ。
待ち伏せていた相手から逆に奇襲を受けると。
せばため、この疫病神のせいに違いない。
反論のしようもなく咎められるのならばただ受け入れましょう。
When I see Keiji, I also kind of think of Hein from Final Fantasy XIV. He's got a similar color scheme and outfit and hairstyle, although of course not exactly. So Keiji's really interesting. He's got a lot of combo options, so his moveset's actually deceptively large. So his regular attacks. And then I can hold the button down. And I'll just add some extra power to his slashes. Kind of interesting guard stance he has there. So he attaches it to his sheath and then does a big attack. Also do this. Now the interesting thing is, oh sure, first I'll show off this one. So mid-air move, then this one. Okay, so the interesting thing is this move here. Now it doesn't look like much. What it is you press this attack in the middle of another combo, and depending on what move immediately precedes it, he does something different. So if I press it there, he'll throw his sword. If I press it there, he does like a jumping one. So it's almost like Samurai Warriors, where you do your regular attack string and then you press the combo button and then it does different attacks depending on which one. So he has a lot of variation to his moves. Like do that. Or I can... or I can do... So if I press it during some moves, it also kind of messes them up a little bit. If I press it here, instead of finishing his move, he just kind of... So he's got a pretty big moveset. I probably won't be able to show off every single move of his using that combo skill. Here's our 2 moves. So this one he just kind of sits there and takes a nap, and he slowly recovers HP while he does so. Pretty useful if there's some downtime and you're low on health and there's no enemies around. I think you can like combo out of it too. Oh, there we go. Now this one, he calls his little monkey friend. Then his monkey friend leaves, and then later comes back with like an item that you can use. And then this one, he like drinks a bit of sake and then gets a power up. Oh, maybe it's not a power up, maybe just changes his stance. Look at him. He seems to have a different moveset now. What's this move? Oh, thanks! I don't want the bomb! Is that gonna go off anytime soon, or what? Okay, let's figure out what this move does. I feel like I have to hit someone to actually do something with this. He's kind of drunk, isn't he? And, oh, the other thing I want to discuss is, this is kind of a hidden thing, and I know it was present in Basara 3, I don't know if it's present in Basara 4, but probably. So here's his taunt. So, apparently, and I saw this, I didn't really try this too much, but if you, every time you taunt, it adds an extra sword slash to his Basara attack. So his Basara attack has a part where he spins around with his sword, and the more times you taunt, the more times he spins. Of course, it's not really practical, but there was a YouTube video in Basara 3, and what they did was they made him face a wall at the very front of the stage, and then they basically spammed the taunt, and then they set their controller down so that it would just spam the taunt, and left it for like a day or two. So like literally hours of taunting. And so imagine every single taunt added an extra hit to his Basara attack. So what they did was they ran up to the stage, and immediately when it began, they turned on hero time, which is like maximum style gauge in this game, which slows down time, and then they did his Basara attack. Now the thing with hero time in that game was that every time you hit an enemy, it extends hero time by a little bit longer, like a second or two. So what they did was, because his Basara attack had so many attacks, so many extra sword spins, he would just plow through the entire stage. Like, not quickly, of course. He would slowly, like, spin his sword, but the enemies wouldn't be escaping because time was slowed down. And he actually managed to go through in the entirety of Masamune's stage in Basara 3 just using his Basara attack with hero time, and never actually leaving the Basara attack or letting it finish because it was so long, because they taunted for forever. Like, it's a really amusing little detail. Like, they obviously left it in for fun, and like didn't put any, like, they kind of figure like, who's gonna do that, right? I mean, or if they do, like, they deserve to have like a full easy clear, right?
申し上げます。現在の我が軍には応戦する兵力もございませぬ。援軍だ。援軍を呼べ。
標的は魔王の使い
Okay,
番
that'll
だ。
take me there. Let's go this way.
代役を惜しむな。
おう。至急本隊に援軍の要請を。バカな。
今さら間に合うはずもない。
なんだと貴様、我らの指示に逆らうか。
あなたがいくらあがこうとも織田の外貨に変わりはない。私の命では不愉快だ。よろしく頼む。
Actually, let's figure out what this drunk move does.
この生意気にも調子づきよって。
おかしい。魔王軍にしては統率が緩い。
Still doesn't seem to be doing much.
勝負か。いずれも不
Is
足
it
の
like a
男が
counter attack?
率い
Am I
ている
supposed to actually get hit while doing
私相
this?
手の威勢など見る影
Hey guys, hit me.
こ
I
の
dare
陣
ya.
に守備隊を編成するぞ。
Okay. That doesn't do anything.
火力で圧倒し
I'll figure it out later. There's so many moves
これが
where
我らの弾幕だ。
it's not immediately obvious what they do, like his combo move. The only reason I know is because it was in the English version of Basara 3, and even then it didn't really describe it, it just kind of said like, this is a combo continuer move. And I was like, what does that mean? Oh, I almost had it. Get off me. He's a little bit slow, although he's got good combo potential. He's not as slow as some of the other guys in the game. Here come the man bridges that we saw from the first episode with Sakon. I do like how Keiji's moves show off his carefree personality, the way he throws the sword around and just kind of messes about.
これがサイカの怒りの声だ。
これも私の不徳がゆえ。
I'm waiting for these guys to make a bridge so I can cross back up here. Oh, there they are. Okay, guys. Cool moves. You gonna make your man bridge? Come on. There you go. Thank you. Ow. Ow.
心しろ。すべての銃口がお前を狙っているぞ。
我らの存在理由、棟梁は新たに定義しようと。
Ah! Okay, that's it. I'm switching back to Magoichi. We'll let the woman take care of this. The badass woman with the gun.
分かっていないな。抵抗とは効果が出るように行うものだ。
預かる私がこの手たらくなのだ。あなた方の責なる小豆の一粒でしかない。
Where's the squad leader here? Oh, he's up there. Excuse me. Get away from my base. I'll teach you. Okay, be good while I'm gone, please. Yeah, try to dogpile me. Not the shotgun.
人は怪奇にはなれない。当然であるしかないのだ。寄せられたシワをもハムが蓄積か。抵抗か。形だけでもしておくべきか。
三代目、残弾はいや、聞くまでもないか。 我らの強さ。それは互いを補えることだ。奴らの進軍を止めることができなかったとは。
I see you trying to take over my base.
しかと見ろ。それが我らの力強さだ。
口先だけではなし、それもまた当然の話か。
やはり勝家の指揮などでは満足に戦えぬわ。
あの方々ならこう言うだろう。
Thank you for the transportation, guys. Much obliged.
敵を撃ち生きて帰れ。命じることはそれだけよ。
Let's try this move actually. I haven't done any of these.
索敵
Ah!
陸はその後に戦場に立つ。それだけだ。
勝家見えるのか。この惨状が貴様には見えぬというのか。
鬼か天狗か、いずれにせよ魔王が及ぶ。
何が何でも耐えるのだ。明智殿ならばきっと挽回の策を講じてくれる。三つの足、いつでもお前たちを狙っている。
There we go.
その門があなたにとっての極運となるだろう。
勝家よ、貴様は一体何を考えている。
我らがお前に与えよう望む限りの弾幕を。
Okay, let's go take down Katsui. You know, Katsui, I like him as a character. His design grew on me. His gameplay is super fun. I think my only grudge against him is if you play Oichi's normal story route or drama route, you find out that he's really jealous of Nagamasa because he has a crush on Oichi. And he kind of causes a sad ending for Oichi in that route, which I can't forgive him for all the time. Even if it's not a canonical ending, I guess.
命じられていないがゆえに撃たれろとは聞いていない。何より私はそのまま終わりたくはない。
お前、ヤタのカラスのその顔には見覚えがある。先代が撃たれたあの戦場で見かけた男だ。
奇襲を許したのは無様としか言いようが。いや、失礼。さすがと言うべきか。信長様に目通りかなった折は御伝言をあなたは
Yeah, you leave Oichi alone, Katsui. She's not interested. The music got intense. Okay, so this stage is can be a little bit difficult. You're fighting kind of the big four. So we have Ashikaga Yoshiteru, Oda Nobunaga, Hideyoshi Toyotomi, and Ieyasu Tokugawa. So Nobunaga, Hideyoshi, and Ieyasu were kind of the three big kind of rulers of Japan during the Sengoku era, one after each other. And then Yoshiteru is the former shogun, so it's basically like all the boss characters here together on one stage. Can I turn on the roulette? Okay, let's turn on the roulette. Let's give ourselves a little bit of an advantage. And I haven't shown you all the roulette results yet.
Tori, 魔王の居城、安土の地において、織田、豊臣の両勢力激突の模様。
この機に乗じて乗り込みますか、棟梁。
先代に続き魔王は我らに死角を放った。もはや魔王は我らの銃弾で滅ぼすのみ。それが誓いだ。それに豊臣は我らへ契約を持ちかけている。見定めるには絶好の機会かもな。
よう孫一、こんなところで会うなんて奇遇だね。それとも運命だい。二人はここで恋になんてね。
刑事、このカラスご託はいい。我らに用向きがあるのだろう。
さすが孫一、鋭いね。そう、実は頼みがある。一人見定めてほしい男がこの地にいるんだ。
言いたいことは分かった。だがこれだけの状況だ。時が惜しい。続きは戦場にて聞くとしよう。行くぞ。
この国の強き息吹が2つ、いや3つ吹き込んだか。さあたぎれ、魔王よ覇王よ、今は名もなき絆の王よ。これほどの強者が一堂に会するなど、まるで白昼夢だ。そう思えばホテルが必要。違うかな魔の友よ。
クジャクが世の将棋より降りてから物を言え。
中ではすでに始まっておるか。出遅れたようだな。
刑事、話してみる。我らが見定めるべきものがこの地にいると。
そうなんだ。ただこれがちょいとばかり面倒っていうか、まあ厄介なやつでさ。
待て、その男よもや魔王だなどと口走るつもりはないだろうな。
違う言わない。
I see you joined me, Keiji. So it looks like Magoichi's story mode is only 5 stages long instead of 6 like a lot of people. I'm surprised they didn't make us fight Keiji on the 5th stage to kind of explain why he joins you and then have this as the 6th stage, but whatever. So in this stage, Yoshiteru, Nobunaga, and Hideyoshi are already here. As we go forward, you'll see a cutscene where Tokugawa Ieyasu is going to come running in, like as if he's late for the meeting of the big leaders or something like that. He's going to run up the left side of the map where you can't actually get to him. Basically, we have to try to get to Hideyoshi before he does, because if he gets there first, we'll have to fight them both at the same time. If we get there first, we'll have a chance to fight Hideyoshi one-on-one before Ieyasu joins them. So we'll have to kill all these kind of guys on the map with the little lock signs to open up the gates as we go, and more of them will spawn along the way. So it is a bit of a tricky fight because there's 4 boss characters and they're all quite strong on this stage, because Hideyoshi, Nobunaga, and Yoshiteru are no joke really. I also turned on the roulette system, which you saw in the last video and the video before that, I think. Yeah. So hopefully we get some roulette results that make the battle easier for us.
我が生涯俺修羅場なり。
今が好機する。力で畳みかけるのだ。
お任せを。
Help me out, Keiji.
高らかに声を響かせろ。
Oh, so you'll also see these green boxes on the roulette stages when you open them. See, that one was black. So it'll make the roulette have a higher chance of having a black result. Look, he's late for the meeting. There's the roulette guy. Oh no, that one made it so there were more skulls on the roulette wheel. Okay. Oh, okay, I get to be a bomb guy now. Bomb guy's pretty good actually, because his bombs do quite a bit of damage. He's just not very exciting to use, because he only has like 3 or 4 moves. Who's this guy? Ah! Let me through! Ow! Keiji, help me! I can't use my ally when I'm transformed. Oh, there goes Ieyasu. I hope I'm not running late. I think I am. He's ahead of me now. Open up this gate. Give me the Rising Sun transformation. Heck, even Kanatsugu actually might be useful here. Okay, bomb guy again, I guess. Fine. Either. I also have a Basara attack as this bomb guy. It makes your transformation end early though. Where? Ieyasu's almost there. It's a little hard on a higher difficulty like this if I'm not leveled enough. I keep spawning gatekeepers. Let me up! I finally farmed out an inscription on Sakon and Oichi's weapons to make it so that when they get knocked down they automatically get back up. It's so useful. Oh, come on, stop spawning, guys. That's not fair. Open up! Stop spawning gatekeepers! Here, have a shotgun straight to your face. Point blank. Is that all of them? Please? Stop talking, let me through. Okay. Not sure if I made it in time. Ieyasu's kind of waiting. His hair is always so interesting. Looks like I made it here a little ahead of schedule before Ieyasu. Hopefully we can... Oh, let's get this guy. Okay, bomb guy again, I guess. This actually might be a good thing. If I can hit him. So I'm gonna fight Nobunaga pretty soon too, and Magoichi has a grudge against him for killing the previous Magoichi, so she gets a cool dual cutscene with him. I hope you enjoy it. Ah, let me up! Let me up! Ah! I don't want to get caught by Hideyoshi's grabs because he's a wrestler, so his grabs are really, really deadly. Out of my way! Out of my way! I gotta kill him before Ieyasu gets here.
貴様こそサイカとつるんで物見ゆさんか。一国の主ながらのその打弱。
Keiji, help me.
見苦しいぞケイジ。
Fight your friend, Keiji.
ここは我らの戦場だ。
Come on, there we go. That's how you do it.
暗闇に目を向けろ。活力の炎など。
Take out this roulette guy.
たかがカラスのくちばし一つ。いかに小づいたところで我の波動が
Oh yes. I wonder if I can hit Ieyasu with Kanetsugu because he'll die in one hit.
わしは時をかけすぎた。
I just have to be really careful.
ようやく見つけた答えがこれだ。さあ、わしと結ぼう。たゆまぬ絆を。
Come on.
惑わず
Where is he?
心の欲するままに行け。
Oh no! I was trying to guard so I can hit him. It's so satisfying to kill a boss in one hit with Kanetsugu, but it's not very easy. I could have used his Basara attack, but I want to save that for Yoshiteru. Guess I'll just settle for shooting Ieyasu.
お前の言葉で言うならば。
わかった。わしはこの拳で全てを語ろう。目をそらさず、しっかりと聞いてくれることを望む。
I'm just juggling it with my rockets.
我らもこの火力、持ち得る銃弾の全てを持って
Okay, I
答
think
える。
Nobunaga's next.
孫一、すまないが契約は改めて申し込ませてくれ。わしは今一度己を鍛え直さねばならないようだ。
是非もなし。世の城を蝕む小虫ども。
Oh no, do I not get to see the cutscene because of the stage? Oh, what? Oh, there we go. No, here we go. That was so badass. Although inefficient, he just fires once and I have to do all these tricky moves to intercept his bullets. I like how his bullets are like crested with his clan's crest. And they're like 4 times as big as my bullets.
待ちわびたぞ。この時、魔王織田信長。
騒ぐな女。ラッパの目ガラス
Just gonna juggle him for a bit.
何事かある。
You just stay there for a bit,
サイカマゴイチ
Nobunaga.
の無念の銃声。忘れたとは言わせない。対魔王にも引けを取られ、戦の中で練られてきた我らの武具、傭兵術。その身でサイカを知るがいい。
是非も
Take that.
なし。女、よくぞ備えた。よくぞ抜かした。滅せぬもののあるべきか。
我らは誓いを果たした。先代よ。
I was gonna save my double Basara for Yoshiteru, but then I realized I haven't shown you Keiji's
お前の死は
Basara attack.
今眼前にあると。
So keep in mind, you know, the more times I taunt, the more swings of his sword he'll do. Which I haven't taunted, but that's okay.
世が望むは人々がたぎろう熱き時代。すべてのものがさんさんと輝く生きた時代。さあ友よ、今こそ創世の時。
Round 2, baby. I'm ready for you this time.
マゴイチ、あんたの生き様しっかり見せてもらったよ。ますますあんたに頼みたくなった。 この先にいる男はあんたにとって契約に値するのか、その目で見定めてくれないか。頼む、マゴイチ。
ヤタのカラスの鳴き声を。
おお、秘術の民とはこれは珍しい客を連れてきてくれたものだな、友よ。
ああ、導け。この人はきっとあんたの運命を変える女神になる。
世にとっての死が貴様であれば恐るるに足りぬわ。よっ、陸道輪廻を支配せし第六天魔王なるぞ。
貴様が不滅だろう。
Oh, he's super powered now.
銃弾を浴びせ続けるのみ。受けた弾の重みで立ち上がれぬほどになる。
Oh yeah, perfect parry.
お前の連れにふさわしいが、我らにこの男と契約しろという。
No, he's too powerful.
俺はこの男こそ日の本に必要だと心のどっかで
Ah,
感じてる。
no. Help me, Keiji.
今や世は王の座を捨てた
Ow.
一人の道楽
No, don't freeze me.
買いかぶりが過ぎるぞ。
Maximum style
マゴイチ、
mode.
俺は思うんだ。
Save my bacon with this.
兵神が言っていたように、あと一つ民への思いが重なれば、
この男は王の中の王になる。その可能性を見定めろ。お前は有利。お前が我らを見るのではなく、我らが先へ。我らがお前を見定める。頂戴した。どうした？かかってこい。
We did it.
認めよう。お前の生き様を。契約成立だ。我らを使い創生とやらをなすがいい。だが忘れるな。お前が王としての道を誤るのであれば、その時こそ我らの銃弾はお前を貫き打ち砕く。まあ、あのカラスがいればその心配も無用だな。
And there we have it. Magoichi's blue drama route. Right, gotta sell duplicate weapons. That was pretty fun. I know Magoichi's a little tricky to use sometimes, but she's pretty powerful in the right hands. I'm wondering if she's one of the characters I should like fully level her weapon, because it takes a lot of resources to fully level a character and their weapon. And I haven't decided who I'm gonna level next. After Sakon and Uichi, I kinda did Kotaro after that. His episode is yet to come.
乱世を駆け抜けた英雄
Okay,
創世の道のり
Yoshiteru,
新たな日の本は一人の英
then
雄により
Hideaki,
築き上げられた。
then we fought Sakon with Katsui, and then Katsui by himself, and then the four big guys.
ほう、随分と気前がいいな。
その時代は千年の時を超えて繁栄を極めるのであった。
And there we have it. So, thank you for joining me again on another episode of Kiro Plays Sengoku Basara 4 Sumeragi. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I mean, I've always loved this game. ever since it first came out, and it's been a while since I've really had a chance to play it again, and I'm really getting into it. Playing it a little bit in my downtime just to level some characters and unlock some things here and there, remembering why I fell in love with these characters and these stages and the music, and yeah, everything's really awesome. I hope you guys are enjoying this too. Let me know if there's any specific characters that you want to see as well. I have a few lined up that I do plan to show, but if there's someone that you want to see more than the others, or if you really want to see a specific ending in the game that I didn't do, let me know and I'll think about it and see which ones I can kind of queue up for the future, because I enjoy playing this game, and I'll probably, even when I finish the series, I'll probably maybe do a few spot episodes here and there in between other series, just because it's really fun. So thanks again, and look forward to the next episode. Bye-bye.